The final score, Aberyswyth Town 1, Wrexham 3. We needed that win and we deserved it in the end. Aberystwyth were more competitive than I thought they might be. Their first 3 games of the season, like us, they've lost. Unlike us, though, they've really been uncompetitive. They've been letting in goals hand over fist. But they were better than I thought they would be, and they battled ever so hard. Their side was a bit more experienced than the 311s they put out so far. Only one 15-year-old in their starting 11, for example. That's the least this season. But ultimately, we took control of the game, especially in the second half, and got a very pleasing win. In the driving rain, the players came out for the second half and had to go back in again because the referee found there was standing water on the pitch and had to brush it off. Oh man, Aaron Hayden's memory runs deep, doesn't it? But anyway, the second half we were very impressive and got the win. The opening half was quite cagey. Aberystwyth were playing 3 at the back, but they were really pushing their wing backs up the pitch, and there was space which we were looking to exploit, especially down the right hand side. Rosie Hughes was dropping off into those sorts of areas, and obviously Rebecca Pritchard at right wing back was getting up there. We played with 2 up front, which Steve Dale doesn't very often, although Abby Iddenden was dropping off quite a lot. And it was interesting that Iddenden was terrific and Hughes played very well too, I thought. And so it was interesting to see how we tried to manipulate them. The first chance for us came in the 20th minute, and it was a great save, but probably should have been a goal in all honesty. Wrexham building up with Iddenden again, is dropping into that little pocket on the right hand side. She crossed the ball in. Hughes backheeled it perfectly. Lightfoot sprinting in, looked certain to score, but to be fair, the Aberystwyth goalkeeper, Sophie Steele, making her first appearance of the season, did ever so well to get across. I think, if I'm honest, Lightfoot should have given her no chance, but she hit it from 6 yards out. It was too close to Steele. They made a really good parry. The ball dropped outside the box for Fuller, who looked to hit it back in straight away. The right idea, a bit too straight though, and Steele was able to hold on to it. And in fact, straight up the other end, Aberystwyth nearly got in on us as the ball was knocked long by Steele, and Flaky Matthias chasing after it, just beaten to it by Craven, who did well to get out of the box and was a fraction ahead of her. Good goalkeeping by Craven. We then were put under pressure with Aberystwyth's best chance of the game, really. Again, it's Flaky Matthias looking lively down the left, feeding it inside to Gwyn, who pops a lovely return pass to her. She's on the back of the Wrexham defence, cuts inside, tightish angle, but she has to shoot because she's able to carry it into the 6-yard box. Craven spread herself well, got a body to it. The ball ricocheted into the goalmouth, and Brooke Cairns, importantly, got there first and launched it clear. Then it was Wrexham carving out another chance. Great ball by Iddenden to find Rosie Hughes. She fed the ball into the box, but Cairns' effort, she did well to bring it down, and she was in the goal mouth. 2 defenders between her and goal. She managed to shift it to the right to make a bit of angle and shoot between them, but in shooting between them, she put it too close to the keeper, who could hold on to it. Wrexham continued though to be the side who were making more chances. Lily Jones feeding the ball forwards, and it's a 3-on-2 breakaway. Iddenden carrying it through the middle. She's got Rosie Hughes to her left. She's got Pritchard to her right. She decides to go it alone and puts it well over. I think the pass to Hughes was really the one to go for. Hughes would have been in on goal, and Pritchard would have been arriving. She hadn't kept up quite as well, but she'd have been arriving at the far post if Hughes wanted to square it, or if there was a rebound. Bit of a wasted opportunity. In the last minute, Wrexham had a free kick just outside the D. Lily Jones, it was an interesting sort of contact. She tried to sort of hit across the bottom of it and dink it over the wall, but got too much on it and it went over. It's a nice idea. The second half starts, and straight away, the Wrexham are making another chance. Lovett throwing it to the edge of the area. Iddenden flicking it on well with her head. Hughes backed into a defender. Didn't win it, but made sure the defender didn't either. And the ball falls to Brooke Cairns, who mishits it from about 15 yards, but it's spinning nastily inside the left post. And again, Steele does well to get down and push it away. Steele really keeping her team in it in the game so far. She makes another save when Lightfoot holds the ball up and Hughes plays it down the line. Lightfoot cuts inside, bit of a heavy touch. I think she must have cut inside and hit it in the D. Bit of a heavy touch. Hughes runs onto it and tries the first time shot. Keeper goes down to her left and does well to save it. There was a big shout for a penalty. with 9 minutes gone of the second half. I think we had a point. It was a corner. Liv Fuller is in the box around the penalty spot, makes a sprint to make herself available for the short corner in the area. It's punched to her feet. Pugh is trying to beat her to it, and Fuller definitely gets there first. It looked like Pugh made contact, and therefore looks like a penalty. Ref is not interested at all. Wrexham make a couple of changes, important changes, 10 minutes into the second half, bringing on Cara Jones and Nat Clark in order to just shift things around a little bit. Ava Suckley comes off, having played energetically, and likewise Pritchard. But Cara Jones actually really makes a huge impact here. Now she's not quite got up to speed yet this season, but this was Cara Jones at her very best. Within 5 minutes, we've got a goal. This is a weird one, I've got to say. Free kick on the right flank. Fuller rips it in with her left foot. I think she's put it in a bit too low, but Aberyswyth just don't deal with it at the near post, and then it becomes a nightmare. It's one of those free kicks that looks like it might go straight in. It's horrible for the goalkeeper. Now, for me, Nat Clark scores for us. She attacks the near post, it drops behind her, and she does really well to improvise a little hooked back heel behind her, but takes it beyond the keeper. Libby Isaac, centre-back for Aberystwyth, is running in at the far post, and she gets the final touch, but it looks to be like it's going in anyway. It's just a deflection. Isaac seems to have been credited with the own goal. I'm sure she'll be quite happy to pass on to Nat Clark. I think I'm going to have to start some sort of internet campaign now in order to make sure that this happens. Maddie Gibbard comes on 5 minutes later for Brooke Cairns and adds more energy in midfield on an energy-sapping day. And when we go 2-0 up, we're looking really good. Inden, the beautiful hold-up and then weighted pass to send Lightfoot in 30 yards out but clear on goal. She accelerates into the box and then prods the ball across the keeper and into the bottom right corner. Lovely, lovely pass, lovely finish. And it looks like it's game over. In fact, a minute later, Liv Fuller has a drive from the edge of the box that goes just over. But in the 79th minute, Aberystwyth suddenly bring the game back to life with what? Well, a moment of absolute magnificence. Karen Allen had a really good game at the back. She's looking a bit tired by this point, I would say. It's only her second game of the season coming back from injury. She plays a pass into midfield straight to Isaac. Isaac takes a touch and just launches it from 30 yards. A brilliant strike that goes over Craven's outstretched fingers and inside the bar, just about. Fabulous hit. And suddenly you think, oh, hang on. We were in a game here. We thought we'd won this. But Wrexham again respond really well. Within a minute, there's a really good spell of pressure, which ends with Cara Jones being sent down the right-hand side by Fuller after Fuller had won it and then spread it. And Cara Jones driving into the right channel, drives in the shot, good parry by Sophie Steele. But a minute later, we have a similar situation and it doesn't end the same way. This time it's Lily Jones with the pass of the match. She's shifted to centre-back at half-time, sliding a lovely ball down the right channel. Cara Jones, one-on-one, carries it through. It looked like she may have carried it a bit too far, but she drives it hard from a tight angle at the near post, and Steele will be a bit disappointed with this when she fails to get down to it. And Wrexham have that 3-1 lead. We were looking for more. Lily Jones flicking the ball on. Hughes of a terrific run. She's really unlucky. She beats the last defender, Rebecca Mathias, who lunges in and seems to clip her in the box. Hughes is honest and keeps going, but Sophie Steele gets out well to smother. Hughes immediately says, well, isn't that a penalty? Bring it back. You know, I was honest, but I didn't get the advantage. I didn't score. Referee is not interested. In the final minutes, Katie Sharp comes on for Karen Allen. And in the 4th minute of added time, Lily Jones had one last effort, 25-yarder, which goes wide. But this was a really pleasing day, you know. Long cross-country trip, nasty weather, and opponents who are more resilient than I expect them to be, in all honesty. Not meaning to be patronising. I like Aberystwyth as a team. They got some really nice players. And looking at their results, I thought they might be a bit bedraggled, but they fought hard in the end, though. Our fitness work counts, doesn't it? And the fact that we've got players who can make a difference counts. Looking at the performances, well, Lizzie Craven, I mean, it's a great goal that beat her, and she made a couple of important interventions early on, that save with her body and that alert play to come out and clear the ball. Her distribution's good as well, and she got a few attacks going. She uses the ball sensibly. The back three, well, I mean, Lily Jones was outstanding. She's my player of the match without question. She starts off at centre back and is dominant. She's got Flaky Matthias running at her. Flaky Matthias is good. She's a really good player. But Jones handles her so well in the first half. She really is impressive in the way that she just sends her into the corners and then takes the ball off her. She's brilliant, Jones, defensively. And then when we reshuffled, we had her returning to where she plays against Cardiff, and the attacking right-sided position in the box midfield, and having her able to put pressure on Aberystwyth as they're tiring, and B, able to link up with Cara Jones most effectively with that third goal, is a masterstroke, because all of a sudden, from dominating defence in the first half, she's now dominating midfield in the second. Outstanding performance by her. Karen Allen, again, what a warrior. She'd be annoyed at the pass that led to Aberystwyth's goal, but beyond that, again, I mean, I say it every time, people kick lumps out of her and it doesn't seem to bother her at all. She just keeps fighting. She brings the ball out well. You look at that Britain Ferry game and you think if she was in there at the back, being able to bring the ball out, we may not have had those first half problems when we tried to build and couldn't achieve it. But yeah, good, strong captain's performance. And then to her left, Erin Lovett, yeah, you get what you expect of Erin Lovett. Terrific tackling, aggression. She got forwards a couple of times and did well, linking up and getting crosses in as well. Really good performance. The wing backs, Rebecca Pritchard came off after 55. I thought she did well though, actually. She made a lot of promising runs. She was finding space really well, and she got into a few good crossing positions and put balls into the box. Lightfoot on the left-hand side had a solid first half and a very good second half as she really started to get into crossing and shooting positions. Took her goal beautifully, it's got to be said. 3 in midfield. So Liv Fuller in the centre, just doing that job so well, just anchoring midfield, winning a lot of the ball. She passes the ball crisply. She gave her away a few times trying to play early passes into progressive areas, but that's all right, isn't it? She's a good passer of the ball, and she's backing herself to try and play the pass that opens Aberystwyth up. That's what she's there for. So a good all-round performance by her. I like Cairns. She got brought off and Gibbard came on in her place, but Cairns, I thought, covered the ground well, used the ball well. Bit unlucky not to score at the start of the second half as well. And also in midfield, who else was in midfield? Think, Mark, think. Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm going to sneakily look at my notes, seeing as I've forgotten. Panic. Over. Of course, Ava Suckley. I didn't think, because she doesn't really play in midfield. I really was pleased with Ava Suckley. And you wonder whether that might be something we can work on more with her in a slightly more withdrawn role, because she still gets forwards well. She was breaking over to the right and finding space and getting crosses in, and she was combative as always in midfield and winning the ball well. I thought that was an interesting experiment to have a look at. I liked it. But yeah, Suckley's had a great start to the season, hasn't she? Up front, well, Inden played off Hughes really, but she was excellent. I mean, she finds space so well. She picks passes well. She's good in the air and was a constant threat. And Rosie Hughes, it's a shame she didn't get her goal at the end, because she, again, really good shift that she put in. She was intelligently finding space on the flanks as well, drawing people out and making room inside for people to attack the box. It was a good performance. Cara Jones was terrific when she came on. Made a huge difference on the right. That's not a criticism of Rebecca Pritchard, but Jones's dynamism was just what the game needed at that point. It was a well-judged substitution by Steve Dale. Mary Gibbard as well, just bringing fresh legs on in midfield to drive us forwards was a smart idea. And Nat Clark, of course, coming on. She dropped into centre-back, which allowed Lily Jones to step forwards and had a solid time with it. Katie Sharp, well, managed to get herself booked. I'll give her that. She came on in the 90th minute. Didn't have much chance to make an impact, but she did get a yellow. But yeah, great stuff. Frankly, I don't really care about the performance. It was the fact that we needed 3 points in that match just to get our season going. But it was a good performance as well against a gutsy Aberystwyth team. So yeah, good stuff. The final score of Aberystwyth Town 1, Wrexham 3. I'm Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC.